It's not my specialty to study women in politics, but I've shared many podiums with women who do, and I'm shocked that at the statistics I hear about how women are so underrepresented in the national media, for example. There's a whole organization called the White House Project, which focuses on getting women not only into the White House, but other top positions of political power. And they've worked with universities that have studied, for example, the major talk shows, which show that just the shockingly overwhelming preponderance of men as speakers and debaters, even when women are the most relevant experts. So, for example, if you have a woman in Congress who's chairing a key committee, how often she will not be invited, and instead it's some man who has a less significant position. Now, anecdotally, I can tell, so as I say, I haven't studied these issues, others have, and what their studies reveal is quite scary. What I have observed myself anecdotally is myself as a speaker, and I'm, by definition, if I'm speaking somewhere, it's a woman speaking, but I can't tell you how many conferences I'm still speaking at, especially if it's on issues such as national security, that I guess that's seen as a man's issue. I recently spoke at a conference at a very prestigious military university, and it was a 2-day conference with panels all day long, each for 2 days. Each panel had several speakers and a moderator, and in the entire conference, I was the only female who was either a speaker or a moderator. I was a speaker. And I noticed it, and a lot of people don't even notice it. After I spoke, a lot of the military officials came up to me and said, "Oh, you must really feel like a fish out of water." And I knew they were saying, because you're a civil libertarian and we're military. And I said, yes, it was rather strange to be the only woman. And they all had this, were taken aback because they hadn't even noticed it. And I had a very disturbing incident a few years ago. I was speaking on a campus in Virginia State University there, and they had a lecture series that I noticed had been created by female faculty members. And I said, and I was speaking at it, and I said, "Why did you do this?" And they said, "Well, because we did a survey of all the speakers that were invited by all the departments and the president, and almost all of them were men, and when there were women, they were invited to speak about women's topics, such as during Women's History Month." Now, that doesn't happen to me, but I can never know. It turns out that I will often be the only woman or one of very few women to be speaking on a normal topic on campus. So I guess there still really is a problem that we're stereotyped as not being able to deal with certain tough guys' issues.